Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a ratio worded problem. Before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you've clicked that subscribe button like my friend in the corner over there. Now let's get to it. It says two integers are in the ratio of 1 to 4. If 6 is added to the smaller number, the ratio becomes 1 to 2. What is the larger integer? Okay, so let's get two numbers, right? Let's get two integers, right? Let's call them A and B, right? Where A is a smaller one, right? And B is the larger one, right? And they've told us that these numbers are in the ratio 1 to 4. So that means A to B is in the ratio 1 to 4, right? Okay. Looking at this, well, what this means is that, well, for every one of A, there's 4 of A, isn't it, right? So therefore, this is the same as saying, for every one of A, there's 4 of A, isn't it? Because it's in the ratio 1 to 4, right? So that means we know a little bit about B. We can express B in terms of A. So therefore, we could say that, well, therefore, B is equal to 4A, isn't it? Right? Okay. And then this is in the ratio 1 to 4, right? And obviously that makes sense because if this is in the ratio 1 to 4, that means A over 4A would have to be equal to a quarter, isn't it, right? Which it clearly is when the A's cancel down. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, now looking at the next part, it says that if 6 is added to the smaller number, the ratio becomes 1 to 2. Okay, so let's write that. So the smaller number we said was A, right? So if 6 is added to that, that becomes A plus 6, right? And then nothing happens to the larger number, so we're going to call that 4A still, right? And then this is apparently in the ratio 1 to 2, right? Okay. Well, if this is in the ratio 1 to 2, that means its fractional equivalent, right, would have to be, well, this would be A plus 6 over 4A, isn't it now? This will have to be equal to 1 over 2, right? Because it's in the ratio 1 to 2. The same way, this ratio here, A over 4A, is in the ratio 1 to 4, which clearly works 1 over 4, right? And then they've told us to find the larger integer. Okay, so we need to find out what B is, right? Well, looking at this expression here, this equation here, we've got a fraction, don't we? We've just got an unknown in terms of A. So what we can do, we can cross multiply. So if I multiply both sides by 4A, I'm going to get A plus 6 is equal to 4A times 1/2. And then I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to get 2A plus 6 is equal to 4A, right? And then we just have an equation that we need to solve, isn't it, right? So we're going to have 2A plus 12 equals 4A. And then if I bring the 2A to the other side, I'm going to get 12 is equal to 2A. So that means A is equal to 6, isn't it? Yeah? And then remember, right over here, B was equal to 4A. If A is 6, that means B is equal to 4 times 6, which is 24, right? And if you think about it, right, well, we've got A is equal to, let me write here, we've got A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 24, yeah? First things first, 6 to 24 is in the ratio 1 to 4, isn't it? Because 6 over 24 is equal to a quarter, right? Well, if you add 6 to the smaller number, which is 6, the ratio becomes 12 to 24, right? Which is 12 over 24, which is 1/2, which is 1 to 2. So it works.